We are making our way down to the Pool of Siloam, where you are doing your primary work here. But where are we now? What are we looking at?
We're actually on the eastern slope of the city, and as we're climbing up, this below, what you see, all these ruins, are the remains of the wall that goes back to the 8th century BC. So this is one of the first walls of Jerusalem.
Is this the wall you mentioned was burnt and knocked down by Nebuchadnezzar?
Yes. Yeah, I believe this is. You can see, in fact, if you look over in the corner here, you can see the
ash.
The ash, this gray ash.
Huh.
And so you have remains of this wall.
Wow.
I think it's been dated to the 8th century. So this is part of the original fortifications.
Just above you to the left is the Temple Mount.
There's the Temple Mount. So we're actually outside of the old city. We aren't in what's called the old city now. We're in actually a more ancient place. This was the city before the old city, before the old city was actually built. So the first part of the city was this, where we are now, and then later, when David built the altar where the Temple Mount is, he extended the hill up that way, and then later Solomon, his son, built the first temple there. And then again, of course, it's the location of the second temple, the temple that Yeshua, that Jesus came to. So it's the very same place.
This might be a good time to talk about you as a believer in Yeshua, living here in Israel as a highly respected archaeologist. Have you run into any kind of prejudice because of your belief?
Actually, no. I can say not anything to speak of. So we were welcomed here. Everybody, it's the first thing that everybody knows about me is that I'm a believer in Yeshua. I never had to tell anybody at work because all my colleagues would fill them in, would tell them for me. So it's been great. It's actually been great. There's an idea that you can't evangelize here, and there are a couple laws that they put in place that you're not supposed to evangelize minors, and you're not supposed to pay somebody to convert to another religion to believe in Yeshua. So those are the only real restrictions, and it's amazing how the freedom that we have actually to speak and to witness here. In some ways, I feel like it's a lot more free than the United States, where I was born.
Very interesting. Where were you born in the U.S.?
I was born in Denver, Colorado.
Oh, really?
In the 50s.
Huh. 1950 what?
5.
Ah, me too. We're the same age.
Really?
Yeah. When's your birthday?
March 1st. So I'm older than you.
Yes, I'm August. It seems these days everyone I meet is younger than me. It's nice to meet someone who's older, so much older. Reporting from Israel for EndTimes.com, this is Brian Schrauger. The man you just met is a 30-plus year archaeologist in Israel's singular authority for archaeology, the Israel Antiquities Authority, in short, the IAA. His name is Yehuda Rapuano, well known inside the IAA community. Yehuda not only is a highly respected colleague of that community, he's also a believer in Yeshua, in Jesus. I recently met up with Yehuda at Jerusalem City of David. Most who visit Jerusalem tend to think that its old city is its oldest city. But it isn't. The oldest city of Jerusalem was on a narrow hilltop spit of land just south of the Temple Mount, outside the walls of today's old city. Constructed on a hill that descends from that location, the original city of Jerusalem, the one that King David conquered and rebuilt, the place where he made his palace, descends toward the biblically famous sites of the Gihon Spring and Pool of Siloam. For almost 1900 years, it lay covered in soil, Arab Palestinians built a village above and around it. Archaeological excavation of the site began in 1867, but wasn't seriously pursued until the latter part of the 20th century. Even today, at least half the site remains beneath Israeli Arab homes. Regardless, discoveries made so far are remarkable. King David's palace, the Gihon Spring Tunnel built by King Hezekiah, the Pilgrim Road, a thoroughfare that everyone took to ascend the Temple Mount, and much more, including the Pool of Siloam, a huge structure used as a water source and for ritual purification for those ascending to the temple. It is also famously mentioned in the New Testament Gospel of John. Yeshua, Jesus, had just finished a significant challenge to Israel's religious leaders on the Temple Mount platform, the same one built by King Herod and still in use today. While there, he implicitly unveiled the sexual immorality of those leaders when they confronted him with a woman caught in adultery. Let the one among you who is sinless in this regard cast the first stone, he told them. Stunned into silence, and one by one, they all walked away. Refusing to condemn the woman, he admonished her, "Go, and sin no more." In further confrontation, members of the biblically conservative religious class insisted they were sons of Abraham and that Yeshua was demon-possessed. When Yeshua replied, "Truly, I tell you, before Abraham was born, I am," those same scholars picked up stones to kill him. Making his escape, Yeshua paused to deal with a man blind from birth. Why? His disciples asked. To glorify God, Yeshua replied. He then spat on the ground, scooped up a mud salve, and applied it to the blind man's eye sockets. "Go and wash this off," he told him. "Do it in the pool of Siloam." The man did so. He was healed. He could see. There is more to the story, and it is well worth reading. For our purposes, however, the same pool of Siloam is the end point of our exploration of the city of David with Israeli archaeologist Yehuda Rapuano. After finding our way to the city of David's official entrance, we are meeting up with Yehuda at the foundation of King David's palace. If you are not yet a subscriber to endtimes.com and would like to see the rest of this important report and others like it, I urge you to subscribe right now at the website endtimes.com. For only $7 a month, you will receive a wealth of information and insight from Jimmy Evans, Mark Hitchcock, and experts from around the world, including Israelis living right here in the Jewish state. Do yourself a favor and sign up today. Then join me as, together with archaeologist Yehuda Rapuano, we explore Jerusalem's oldest location, the City of David.